الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانك هو الأبتر آمين صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
صل على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة أيحسب الإنسان أن لن نجمع عظامه بلى قادرين على أن نسوي بنانه بل يريد الإنسان ليفجر أمامه يسأل أيان يوم القيامة فإذا برق البصر وخسف القمر وجمع الشمس والقمر يقول الإنسان يومئذ أين المفر كلا لا وزر إلى ربك يومئذ المستقر ينبأ الإنسان يومئذ بما قدم وأخر بل الإنسان على نفسه بصيرة ولو ألقى معاذيره لا تحرك به لسانك لتعجل به إن علينا جمعه وقرآنه فإذا قرأناه فاتبع قرآنه ثم إن علينا بيانه كلا بل تحبون العاجلة وتذرون الآخرة وجوه يومئذ ناظرة إلى ربها ناظرة ووجوه يومئذ باصرة تظن أن يفعل بها فاقرة كلا إذا بلغت التراقي وقيل من راق وظن أنه الفراق والتفت الساق بالساق إلى ربك يومئذ المساق فلا صدق ولا صلى ولكن كذب وتولى ثم ذهب إلى أهله يتمطى أولى لك فأولى ثم أولى لك فأولى أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى ألم يك نطفة من مني يمنى ثم كان علقة فخلق فسوى فجعل منه الزوجين الذكر والأنثى أليس ذلك بقادر على أن يحيي الموتى صدق الله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد إرم ذات العماد التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد وفرعون ذي الأوتاد الذين طغوا في البلاد فأكثروا فيها الفساد فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب إن ربك لبالمرصاد فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما وتحبون المال حبا جما كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا وجيء يومئذ بجهنم يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي صدق الله العلي العظيم. الفاتحة.
أسعد الله أيامنا وأيامكم جميعا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين وأئمة الطاهرين صلى الله عليهم أجمعين. All praise to the Allah, the Almighty, who grants us these beautiful opportunities. And indeed, we are celebrating the greatest Eid, as mentioned, Eidullah al-Akbar, the greatest Eid in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we take this opportunity again, first and foremost, to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this opportunity, and sending felicitations and greetings to the Prophet and his blessed progeny, to the Imam of our time, may Allah hasten his advent, and extending these felicitations, as the Prophet has mentioned, to congratulate one another, to spread the message to one another on this beautiful, auspicious Eid. May Allah increase His love, increase His closeness, His proximity, and increase this wilayah, our ma'rifah, our cognizance of this wilayah, inshallah. For the acceptance of our dua, sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma. So as these festivities would go, as you saw, there are a number of different events. We'll have our respected Sheikh Shafiq Hudda will be addressing today's, speaking about the Eid of Ghadir. There are different topics, Kahoot, Jeopardy, different ways that inshallah we're trying to inculcate this thing in the youth. I just want to mention this brief point. We'll also have recitations. Just a brief point over here that is important to understand. It has been mentioned in the traditions that every single person was given the ma'rifah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? When we were created, as the Quran says, فِطْرَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي فَطَرَ النَّاسَ عَلَيْهَا, our innate programming has the cognizance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But what is also mentioned in the traditions alongside what that ma'rifah, what is that tawheed, what does it encompass? It is clearly mentioned in the traditions that it is the ma'rifah of Allah, the ma'rifah, the cognizance of the Prophet, and the ma'rifah of the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. Salli ala Muhammad. So it is something that we have been programmed with. For my youngsters, we already have that knowledge. And as the Amir mentioned, the first khutbah of Nahj al-Balagha, Allah sent these prophets so that they can unearth those dafain al-uqul, those things that were pressed, that were hidden, that the prophets can come and unearth that. That ma'rifah, that mithaq, that oath that we had taken from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they came liyastaduhu mithaqa fitratih. That mithaq, that oath that we took, they came to revive it, to unearth it, to bring it so we remember it. So we have forgotten it, but through these beautiful reminders, through the prophets that He has sent, He helps us remind the cognizance of Allah, first and foremost, the ma'rifah, and within His tawheed is the ma'rifah of the Prophet, the ma'rifah of the A'immah alayhim salam. So alhamdulillah that Allah has bestowed us these beautiful opportunities, and we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He grants us many and many of these opportunities, inshallah. So we'll begin these festivities as we have already begun with these beautiful recitation of the holy word of Allah. May Allah have special mercy on these beautiful voices. Next, to recite a poem, I'll request my dear brother Kifayat Ali. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. जिसने मौला अली को पुकारा नहीं, जिसने मौला अली को पुकारा नहीं, जिसने मौला अली को पुकारा नहीं, उसका दुनिया में कोई सहारा नहीं। जिसने मौला अली को पुकारा नहीं, जिसने मौला अली को पुकारा नहीं, खुम्मे मिंबर बना कर ये बोले नबी, बोले मिंबर बना कर ये खुम्मे नबी, खुम्मे मिंबर ممبر بنا کر یہ بولے نبی، یہ ہے ممبر علی کا تمہارا نہیں، یا علی جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، جس کا مولا ہوں میں اس کا مولا علی، اس کا مولا علی جس کا مولا ہوں میں، جس کا مولا ہوں میں اس کا مولا علی، کیا یہ خم نبی نے پکارا نہیں، جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، صرف مولا علی کا یہ کردار ہے، صرف مولا علی کا یہ کردار ہے، کل کے مشکل کشا کا یہ کردار ہے، کل کے حاجت روا کا یہ کردار ہے، سب کے مشکل کشا کا یہ کردار ہے، زیر کر کے بھی دشمن کو مارا نہیں، جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، روٹیاں اگر نہ دے اہل بیت نبی، اہل بیت نبی روٹیاں اگر نہ دے، روٹیاں اگر نہ دے اہل بیت نبی، اے فرشتو تمہارا گزارا نہیں، اے فرشتو تمہارا گزارا نہیں، جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، بدر سے کربلا تک مورخ بتا، بدر سے کربلا تک مورخ بتا، کون سی جنگ میں کفر ہارا نہیں، جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، جس میں شامل نہ ہو ذکر مولا علی، ذکر مولا علی جس میں شامل نہ ہو، جس میں شامل نہ ہو ذکر مولا علی، وہ عبادت خدا کو گوارا نہیں، یا علی جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، جس نے مولا علی کو پکارا نہیں، نعرہ حیدری بر محمد و آل محمد صلوات۔
Jazakum Allah. This was our dear brother Kifayat, who was reciting this beautiful poem. May Allah bestow him the greatest reward, inshallah. Again, just a reminder, the day of Ghadir, inshallah, we'll be entering upon with the grace of Allah, and this night will be the night of Ghadir, and the day to come will be the day of Ghadir. And inshallah, there will be many lessons, hopefully, that will be taken away, so that we have entered the festivities of Ghadir, and inshallah, the day to come, that is the greatest Eid, that we are inshallah well prepared, and we can put forth the best actions inshallah in front of Allah. So we'll be having our respected Sheikh Shafiq will be addressing this mahfil, just a few poetic verses that have been penned by Sheikh Abul Hassan, who writes on this that if loving you makes execution for me necessary, then adore you I will, for me it's the best sanctuary. Can it be that I will be the recipient of God's ire when He Himself has ordained you splitter of heaven and fire? And we know that indeed Ali, as the Prophet looks at him, Ya Ali anta qasim al-nari wal jannah. Darkness can never oppress me when I am placed in my sirdab. Brightened will be my grave by the love of you, O Aba Turab. Brightened will be my grave by the love of you, O Abu Turab. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And while my brother was reciting, inshallah, I'll also take the opportunity to recite a few poetic verses. It'll be in Urdu, just a few poetic verses. And I'll start with the names of the indeed those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the Mukhtar of the Kainat. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. مختار کائنات ہیں یہ اسما جناب الصلاة والسلام على صاحب الدعوة النبوية والصولة الحيدرية والعصمة الفاطمية والحلم الحسنية والشجاعة الحسينية والصبر السجادية والمآثر الباقرية والآثار الجعفرية والحجج الكاظمية والجود التقوية والنقاوة النقوية والهيبة العسكرية والغيبة القائم بأمريكا. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. The poet says that these are that مختار کائنات ہیں یہ اسما جناب ہے عرش فرش ان کی ولایت سے فیضیاب انہی کے دم سے ہے یہ ماہتاب و آفتاب رہنا زمین پہ جرم ہے بے اذن بوتراب اور بیکار ہے عمل نہ عبادت قبول ہے حب علی بغیر تو زندگی فضول ہے. محمد وآل محمد صلوات. بے کسوں کے مددگار مولا علی جز تیرے کوئی اپنا سہارا نہیں تیرا در چھوڑ کر جائیں آخر کہاں تیرا در چھوڑ کر جائیں آخر کہاں غیر کا در جبیں کو گوارا نہیں جو علی کا نہیں وہ نبی کا نہیں جو نبی کا نہیں وہ خدا کا نہیں اے مسلمان اصحاب سے پوچھ لے کیا یہ خم نبی نے پکارا نہیں وہ تو کم ظرف ہے جو تجھے چھوڑ دے ورنہ مولا علی تیری تعظیم کو جو پلٹ کرنا آئے وہ سورج نہیں جو نہ چوکھٹ کو چومے وہ تارا نہیں کل ایمان تو کل اسلام تو دین کی رگ میں ہے صرف تیرا ہی تیرا لہو جنگ خیبر ہو خندق و بدر و احد کون سی جنگ میں کفر ہارا نہیں بے کسوں کے مددگار مولا علی جز تیرے کوئی اپنا سہارا نہیں محمد وآل محمد صلوات. So inshallah we'll continue with these festivities, and I'll request our respected Sheikh Shafiq Hudda to address this beautiful mahfil. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، خالق السماوات والأرض، إلها واحدا أحدا صمدا لم يتخذ صاحبة ولا ولدا، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين، خاتم النبيين، رحمة للعالمين، طه وياسين بالقاسم محمد. وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين المنتجبين، ورحمة الله على محبيهم، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم وقاتليهم وغاصب حقوق حقهم ومنكر فضائلهم أجمعين من يومنا هذا إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم: زينوا مجالسكم بذكر علي بن أبي طالب. صلى الله عليه وسلم. Respected sisters and brothers, my youngsters, my elders, Assalamu alaikum jamia wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Asallallahu ayyamukum. May Allah bless all of you and all of your near ones on this great Eid known as Eid Ghadir, the Ghadir Qum. And as Sayyid was mentioning, he referred to this as the greatest Eid, Eid al-Azim, Eid al-Akbar. There's never numerous Eids. And oftentimes people have asked us, why do you refer to this as the great Eid? Because on the one hand, it is recommended to fast tomorrow. And for normal Eids, it is haram to fast. So there's a distinction right away. Where is the reasoning? What is it? The understanding of this reference to referring to it as the great Eid, we have to understand one thing. The Prophet of Islam had a very unique life, had a very special life, had a very interesting life in his time. When we look at the other two Eids that all the Muslims celebrate, we find a universality or commonality in these two Eids. The Eid al-Fitr marks the end of the month of Ramadan al-Sharif, and Eid al-Adha marks the end of the Hajj. See? You're all with me. So what does Brother Shafiq say that is unique? And how does that fit in? Well, the simple answer is that Eid al-Fitr, end of Ramadan, Eid al-Adha, the end of the wajibat of Hajj. Basically, your Hajj is pretty well done when you have celebrated Eid al-Adha. Now, what happens here? When we go to the advent of Islam, and when we ask a normal Muslim student of history, which is hopefully all of us, you find out that how many years did the Prophet order the Muslims to observe Siyam? The ayah of fasting came when? After the migration. In Mecca, the Prophet used to fast, the Prophet did Hajj, the Prophet did all of his ibadah, the Prophet was praying, but it was not a wajibat for the ummah. And so it was not a wajibat for the ummah, so the fasting did not come till after the migration, after the hijrah from Mecca to Medina. Then the ayah came, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. So based on that, the maximum, because according to narrations and historians, approximately the second year after migration, fasting became compulsory, give or take. Okay? So if the Prophet passed away in the 11th year of Hijrah, fasting was made wajib on the Ummah in the second year of Hijrah, you had 9 Ramadans there. 9 holy Ramadans. And then it was done. The Prophet, how many Hajj did the Prophet do? This is always a live, I don't know if this is going to be one of the questions on the test today. And I was first thinking that mashallah, I've got an hour to speak today because namaz salat time is 9:21. And then I was looking at all the wonderful treats and gifts and everything there. So I said, okay, I better cut it short because there's going to be a lot more exciting things than listening to a lecture, right? One salawat upon Muhammad and Ali. So coming back to the Hajj, how many Hajj did the Prophet do? we find that there was, in the 8th year of Hijrah, the Prophet was going for Hajj. He was refused from doing the Hajj and whatever. He had to come back. Then the ayah of Inna Fatahna Laka Fatham Mubin came. And then the following year, the Prophet was able to do the Hajj. And the victory of Makkah took place. Actually, the Prophet didn't do Hajj. The victory of Makkah took place. Now, those of you who are students of Islamic fiqh know one thing, and I was just actually having a discussion just last week with a few youngsters. They were saying that I want to just go visit Makkah as a tourist. Can't do that. They said, why not? Youngsters have this josh, this energy. Brother Sami, they want to visit places, they want to tour places, they just want to go for a holiday. They don't want to do Hajj. They don't want to do Umrah. They don't want to do Sa'i and Tawaf and all this. No. I just want to go there for a holiday. I said, you can't do that. Cannot go to the city of Makkah for a holiday. If you go into the city, except there's a different masal for the people of Makkah. I'm talking about somebody like an ordinary jack like myself wanting to go to Makkah for tourism and stay at the Clock Tower Hotel. You can't do that. If you go into Makkah, you have to be in a state of ihram, you have to be in a state of Hajj or Umrah or whatever the case. I don't want to go into the fiqh aspects right now. But you cannot go. But the Prophet was exempt from many of these things because this was the advent of Islam. So history tells us, the biographers of Rasul tells us, the Prophet in his entire life of 63 years did one Hajj. How many? Right, Haider? One. Huh? He answers the question, mashallah. I look to him for advice. One Hajj, 9 Ramadans. Prophet was 63 years of age. Now, in all of those wajibats, Salah came, the Saum came, the Hajj came, the Zakat was there, the Khums was there, the Jihad was there. The Prophet went through a lot of difficulties. And in all of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave various recommendations, notations, ayat of the Holy Quran, various injunctions, various nasiyat, various things came about. In the ayats of the Holy Quran, the 6,000 plus ayats, various things came. But now we find something interesting. Towards the end of his life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Ma'idah, verse number 67, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the Prophet, addresses the Prophet. And in this particular Surah Ma'idah, there are a lot of verses of Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, addressing the believers, addressing the mu'mineen. And then there's also certain ayats that are talking Ya ahlul kitab, the people of the book. A lot of very beautiful verses, of course, throughout the Quran. But Surah Ma'idah, I really like it because Surah Ma'idah means the food table. And mashallah, I love food tables because I love food. Right? Okay, you can probably see that already. In that verse number 67 of Surah Ma'idah, Ya ayyuhar Rasul, Allah Ta'ala is addressing nobody else except the Rasul, except the Prophet of Allah, except his messenger, except his most beloved. I mean, the love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has for Rasulullah, it is unparalleled, unchallenged. Love that is unbelievable, unparalleled. What does Allah do? Allah doesn't talk to Rasulullah with his name. Ya ayyuhar Rasul, Ya ayyuhar Nabi, Muzammil, Muddassir, Taha, Sirajum Munir, Muzammil, Muddassir. Very beautiful titles. Very beautiful titles. The name of the Holy Prophet only appears in the Holy Quran. Jazakallah khair. The name Muhammad. And if you count Surah Muhammad, then you've got. And if anyone want to challenge me, I can show you the references in the Quran Majid. Please go ahead, do your homework, and come back to me next week and tell me I was wrong. Inshallah. You'll see 5 times. Otherwise, Ya ayyuhar Rasul, Muzammil, Muddassir, Sirajum Munir, Taha, Yasi, all these beautiful names. Why is it? Because Allah Ta'ala wants to show the love that He has for His Habib, His messenger, His Rasul. And so as a result, the respect is there. So the respect shows that we don't take the name. Because when we are talking to each other, if we have love for somebody, I usually give this example. In the household, we love our parents. We don't say, hey, Sultan, how are you today? Or, Tahira, how are you doing? No. Astaghfirullah. And even in the community, I mean, you probably heard me, I love him. I will call him, even though he's younger than me, I'll say, Sayyid, how are you? Ali, everybody knows, but I'll say, Sayyid, even the young one, mashallah. Because we know we have a certain love and respect. That inshallah, with their shafaat, maybe I might have a chance, perhaps, of getting into paradise. Maybe, inshallah. Allahu alam. Inshallah. I don't know, my sins might have overcovered them. But the love there, the respect is very clear. So Allah Ta'ala is showing us that this is how you show your respect. But then, in verse number 67, Allah Ta'ala starts out very lovingly. Ya ayyuhar Rasul. Allah says, Balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. Balligh. Now here, those of you who are reciters of the Quran regularly, you'll know that there's something in the Quran Majid that is known as Fi'alul Amr, which is an order. It's an injunction from Allah. It is Balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. So the verse starts very beautiful, very politely. Oh, our messenger. Oh, the one who has conveyed the message. Balligh. Convey. It's an order. There's no compromise. There's no givey, iffy, whiffy, this, that, and the other. No. Balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. Now, when was this ayah revealed? All of the commentators are unanimous. There's a universality here. The Prophet did that one hajj that I was just talking about. The one hajj was done. The Prophet showed the believers how to do tawaf, how to do sa'i, what to do on Jabal Rahma, how to do Muzdalifah, what pebbles you should get, how to stone the Jamarat, what to do on Arafat. And finally the Qurbani was done. You do your taqsir, you do your halakah, and then your hajj, and then your tawaf al-nisa, tawaf al-wida, whatever you want to do, whatever is required. All that the Prophet showed them. Everything was done. In that one hajj, the Prophet, when he announced that this will be the one hajj he was going to do and that Allah will be calling him very soon, people from all over the Arabian Peninsula came. All over. 120,000 plus, new Muslims, old Muslims, those who were there with the Prophet from the beginning till the end. A lot of people. 120,000 might not sound like a big number today, but at that time that was basically the whole, almost you could say the whole Muslim world. People from everywhere, Yemen, Syria, the entire Arabian Peninsula were there. One hajj the Prophet did. All of the people, when they knew that the Prophet was going to do hajj, all joined him. What happens? They come back from the hajj. They've done all of these wajibats. The hajj is not what it is today. Now you've got air conditioning, you've got, Safa and Marwa are just little hills, and, air conditioning, this, covered sa'i, and all that. Allah, it's more of a picnic than a hajj nowadays. Those days, hajj was hajj. Your feet would be blistered. Your bodies would be burning. It was not an easy time to have done hajj. 120,000 plus people did hajj. Coming back. Up until this time, everybody was together. All of those 120,000 hujjaj were all together. Up until the place where there was a pond, they would all be together. Nobody had diverted. Nobody had digressed. Everybody was with the Prophet. Everybody was accompanying the Prophet. A place came that was called Ghadir. In Ghadir, the reason why it was relevant and important was that was the one place that everybody was together, and that would be the place they would say Ma'as-salama. They would say Khudafis to each other. Those who were going south would go towards south. Those who were going towards the west, they would go towards Syria and that area. Those who were going towards the east and towards the border of Hindustan and that area, they would all part. So that's where they would say Khudafis. That was their sort of, the airports usually have meeting points, greeting points. You've seen those places. So this was basically a parting point. When everybody was together, now you would say Khudafis to everybody, all your hajj mates and your new hujjaj, new hajis, new hajj khanums, hajjiyas and everything, up until everybody was together. It was there that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reveals to the Holy Prophet. Jibreel comes and quickly comes, and I'm figuratively saying this, quickly comes to the Holy Prophet and says, Ya ayyuhar Rasul, balligh ma unzila ilayka min rabbik. Balligh, convey. So the Prophet, when some were already going, he orders Bilal immediately. He says, Bilal, recite the azan. Wait a minute, it wasn't really salat time. Recite the azan. He recites the azan, then he orders those who have gone ahead, come back. Those who are still behind, come forward. Those who are starting to scatter away, he says, everybody get together, I have to give a khutbah. I have to give a lecture, I have to convey something. Very important. So now people are getting confused. What's going on? Scorching sun, burning time, afternoon, which is the worst time to be outside in the Arabian Peninsula. The Prophet says, I'm going to be giving an order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so here, Allah ta'ala in advance tells the Prophet, the Balligh ma unzilayka min rabbik, convey the message of Allah, of your Lord, to the people. Allah ta'ala will help you against mankind. Allah ta'ala will help you against mankind. And then the verse ends, Wallahu la yahdil umil kafiri. Huh? Kafiri. Zalimin or kafirin? Sorry, I could be wrong. I'm going to have to check. Please forgive me. Basically, Allah will not guide those who don't maybe deserve to be guided. So Allah Ta'ala makes it very clear. But before that, there's a little part that I overlooked. Allah will help you against mankind. Allah will not guide those who are the disbelievers, whatever the case is. I will just check that, inshallah. But before that, Allah Ta'ala tells the Holy Prophet that, what did he say? If you don't do this, it's as if you've done nothing. Your risalah, your whole prophethood is basically as close to zero as possible if you don't convey this message. Ya Rasulullah, that means there's a lot of important responsibility on you, Ya Rasulullah. Because Allah Ta'ala has put the whole nabuwat of the Prophet, the whole risalat of the Prophet on one side, and today, what is about to happen in Ghadir on the other side. And there's not only a balance, there's a weight here that everything you've done is here, and if you don't, it's zero. And then Allah Ta'ala says, Allah will help you against mankind, al-nas, and Allah will not guide those who basically are in that category that we were talking about. Now, you just agreed with me, Hajj was already there. Fasting was already there. Salat was already there. The Prophet reminds them, Arab and Ajam are equal. Be careful with your families. Treat your spouses nicely. A whole khutbah. The khutbah of Ghadir was a very lengthy khutbah. Okay. Huh? Kafirin? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Saves me a bit of time. May Allah bless you. Qawm al-kafirin. Allah will not guide. La yahdil qawm al-kafirin. He will not guide the disbelievers. That means that if somebody does not get guided by these verses that were revealed to the Holy Prophet, they will be not just disbelieve. They'll not just be, a certain category of Ahlul Kitab. They're completely disbelievers, kafirin. And so Allah Ta'ala tells the Prophet, there's something that's going to be conveyed here. So the Prophet finishes the khutbah. I'm going very, very quickly. Very lengthy, beautiful khutbah. It's available anywhere. Then finally he calls Ali, because he had made a mimbar of the saddles so that people could hear. 120,000 people. You would need to be heard and you need to be seen. So he had made the mimbar, a pulpit of camel saddles. And so the people could hear. So the Prophet at the beginning had asked them, can you hear me? Can you see me? Do I not have authority more over yourself than you have over yourselves? Yes, they all replied, Na'am ya Rasulullah, Na'am ya Rasulullah, Bale ya Rasulullah, yes ya Rasulullah, Prophet of Allah. Then the Prophet finally lifts up Ali alayhi salatu wasalam and announces, after he has taken that authority, a reminder authority. He has not taken the authority from the people. He has reminded the people that I have authority over you more than you have over yourselves. Because I am the Hujjat, I am the Rasul, I am the Nabi, I am the Prophet of Allah. I have more authority over you than you have over yourselves. I have more authority over you than your parents have over you. I have more authority over you than anybody else has got over you, because I am the Prophet of Allah. Then he lifts up Ali alayhi salam and says, Man kuntu mawlahu, whose ever authority I am, fahadha aliyun mawla. Whose ever authority, whose ever mawla I am, Ali, this Ali, not any Ali. Otherwise there was lots of Alis in that majma. فَهَذَا عَلِيٌّ مَوْلَى. This Ali is the Mawla as well. And this was the final culmination of the Prophet's message, whereby not only was there something that was a reminder to the people, but all throughout the Prophet had said that Ali is my successor, Ali is my representative, Ali is the one who will be representing me after, me after I have left. This was the final, what you say in English, the cherry on the icing, whereby he made it known to everybody else, in case there was somebody from Yemen, in case there was somebody from Syria, in case there was somebody from the peninsula, Arabian Peninsula, who had not heard or who had not known, who had not found out about the importance of the status of Ali alayhi salam, the Prophet now told them, reminded them. And you can say for those who didn't know, he informed them. Those who knew, he reminded them. And that's why the Prophet himself said that زَيِّنُوا مَجَالِسِكُمْ بِذِكْرِ عَلِيِّ ibn Abi Talib, that enliven your majlises, your gatherings, with the remembrance of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Because when you remember Ali ibn Abi Talib, not only will you get a new heart, a new life, but you remember, as it was mentioned in the very beautiful poetries that you've heard before that the name of Imam Ali is a shifa. The remembrance of Ali is an ibadah, and always mentioning the name of Ali will give extra beauty and life to the acts of worship that we have. Because Ali alayhi salatu wasalam was not only known as Yadullah and Ainullah, the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the eyes of Allah. The whole essence of Imam Ali was a representation of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that remembrance is what Eid al-Ghadir's excellence is all about. That everything else was there. The one Hajj, Eid al-Adha was there. 9 Ramadans, Eid al-Fitr was there. But this was the Eid upon which the whole Risala was dependent upon. The entire weight of the Risala, of the whole Prophet's 23 years of abuse by the Kuffar, by the Quraysh, the whole 3 years was culminated in the victory of that moment. And then, as soon as the message was delivered, as soon as that khutbah was done, as soon as that message was conveyed by Rasulullah, then Jibreel comes back. Jibreel comes back. And in the same surah, Surah Al-Ma'idah, Jibreel then conveys the closing message. Because now there would have been some thought in the minds of the people. Did the Prophet convey it? Did the Prophet do anything wrong? Na'udhu billah. Did the Prophet make sure everything was done? Because the whole Risala was there. Then Jibreel comes back. Everybody was wondering, now what's going to be happening? What will Jibreel say? What will be Allah Ta'ala's message now? Jibreel comes, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum deenakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam deena. On this day, on this day the religion was completed. My favors were finished upon you. And Allah Ta'ala is saying, I have selected Islam as your religion, as your path, and your way of life. So Islam was completed at Ghadirakum. That's why we call it Eid al-Akbar, the greatest of the Eids. That's where Islam was completed. At the time of fasting, Islam had still not reached completion. After the Hajj, Islam had still not reached completion. When the Vilayat of Ahlul Bayt alayhim wassalam was there, then Islam was completed. So on this day, I convey congratulations to all of you, felicitations to all of you. May Allah, inshallah, accept our aman and our ibadat. There are a number of ibadats that are to be done tomorrow, which is, inshallah, I'm hoping you will just give a little bit of an overview. It will be in the Kahoot, inshallah. So I will not give away those answers, inshallah. But pay attention to the games and, inshallah, whatever else we do today. May Allah bless all of you, inshallah, and your families. And may Allah accept our deeds and our ibadat. Congratulations to all of you on this Eid al-Akbar, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل محمد وآل محمد. That was our respected Sheikh Shafiq Hudda. May Allah bestow him the best of health, inshallah, and reward him the greatest jaza, inshallah, on this beautiful day, on this beautiful Eid, inshallah. For the acceptance of our dua, صلوا على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So we'll have the Kahoot, and after that we have Jeopardy as well. So my youngsters can take hold of the smartphone. One of the timings where we actually encourage our youngsters to use their smartphone for this purpose. So inshallah we'll have on the Kahoot, time permitting, because we have a Kahoot. And then after that we actually have a Jeopardy that will be done in a team setting, I think.
Yes.
So this will be done individually, and then we'll have a team setting. Inshallah, depending on the number of people that we can have as formed as teams as well, from the sisters' side and from the brothers' side. If you remember, we had the Jeopardy as well, and these past event, I think it was the Eid night. So inshallah, we'll be doing a similar thing. So you'll have the Kahoot code come up, and inshallah, you can use that to join in. There are about 20 questions about Eid al-Ghadir. A lot of those things that you've heard probably are beautifully explained by a respected Sheikh. They will also be mentioned over there. So hopefully you've got some answers. You've listened carefully to that speech. And as our respected Sheikh was mentioned, again, these are all mentioned numerous times in our hadith as well. That the beautiful way that Sheikh had explained, why is this the Eid al-Akbar? We've also seen in traditions where the Imam says that the bunyad, the bina of religion is on 5 things: as-salat, was-sawm, wal-hajj, al-zakat, and then he says wal-wilaya. And then the hadith is, or the narrator says, that the Imam did not expand or did not emphasize or did not show the importance on anything as much as he did of her wilaya. And a beautiful explanation along these lines as well, while my brothers, with the permission of respected Sheikh, that this was mentioned before, I believe. Seeing all these actions that the Imam says that these are the foundations of Islam. You start with Salah. Salat is Imaduddin. It is the pillar of the religion. But what happens when you start in certain situations that wajib action? For example, al-Dhuhr, when you travel, it becomes or if you want to say, according to again Allah's command, it is shortened from a 4 rak'ah prayer to 2 rak'ah prayer, right? So there's that aspect of where a person is not in that state of travel, that becomes easier for reciting that 2 rak'ah. The Sawm, if one is suffering from a disease, if someone is not able to, or the youngsters, the elderly, for example, then you're exempted from their fasting. And then there's the masail that we've looked at, the fidya, and that has to be given. For Hajj, if someone has never ever been on that state of level of prosperity or wealth, then it is not wajib on them. Right? Even that once in a lifetime, it's not even wajib if they're not mustati. May Allah grant us all, inshallah, that the ability that we're able to perform the Hajj. And then zakat as well, if you're not on this nisab, if you're not above that level of wealth, again, certain actions, then you do not have to give zakat. But wilaya is something, whether you're sick, whether you're healthy, whether you're traveling, whether you're at home, whether you're poor, whether you're rich. Wilaya, there's no exemption in it. That wilaya you have to hold firmly, and that is why we thank Allah that He has made us the masakin, the people who are inshallah holding firmly to the wilaya of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Sallu ala Muhammad wa So inshallah we'll begin this kahoot on Eid al-Ghadir. We have 21 people joining in. So we can begin. Okay, 10 more seconds, inshallah. Yeah. Again, the deeper may Allah increase our ma'rifah of the Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is for everyone, inshallah, whoever wants to participate, of the Prophet, him first and foremost. Obviously, he is the one that he is the Mawla, if you want to call it the Mawla, indeed the Insan al-Kamil, the perfect being, the perfect creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the lofty things that he has left behind, that is mentioned in the sermon as well, the Thaqalain. So inshallah, may Allah grant us these opportunities that we are able to increase our ma'rifah, our cognizance in their aspect. We are able to know more about them and actualize those teachings, actualize that ma'rifah, inshallah. So with this will, is it connected or? Okay. Thank you, Ali. So we have 20 questions. Inshallah, we'll begin with our kahoot. So the first question, which of the following is the greatest Eid? I think we'll start easy. If you've listening to this talk, the whole talk was about why is this great? Sorry. Why is this blank Eid the greatest? So Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Mubahila, Eid al-Ghadir, or Eid al-Adha? So inshallah most of the people answered Eid al-Ghadir. So that's one of the, hopefully wherever the message of Ghadir is being delivered, inshallah, that they pick up. So what does Mawla mean? So the message, as it was mentioned, the Prophet said, Man kuntu mawlahu fahada aliyun mawla. What does Mawla mean? Does it mean friend, servant, defender, or guardian, leader? What does Mawla mean? The Prophet said, whomsoever I am the Mawla, Ali is his Mawla. So it is the guardian, the master, the leader. That is what Mawla means, right? The same way as Prophet said, Man kuntu mawla, whoever I am his. So if people understood him as his friend, then that's why they understood Amir al-Mu'mineen as his friend. But whoever took the Prophet as his master, then they have taken Amir al-Mu'mineen, inshallah, as their master as well. So we have Brother Tejan in the lead. The next question, how many people witnessed the event of Ghadir? Choose the closest answer. So our respected Sheikh mentioned an answer, and that is obviously as mentioned in traditions as well. What is 10 plus, 1,000 plus, 10,000 plus, or 100,000 plus? I know they're all true, but choose the closest answer, okay? So it was 120,000, as our respected Sheikh mentioned. According to traditions, at least 100,000, 120,000. So Brother Qasim in the lead. The next question, where in the Holy Quran is the command to the Prophet to deliver the message of Ghadir? That was also mentioned in the speech, and we looked at the hadith, the ayah as well, the Quranic verse. Is it Surah Al-Ma'idah, the 55th verse? Is it Surah Al-Ahzab, the 33rd verse? Is it Surah Al-Baqarah 282, or is it in Ma'idah 67? So at least if you can have 50-50, right? So you knew it was Ma'idah, hopefully. So I see alhamdulillah people were able to pick that. So it's 67th, Ya Ayyuha Rasul Balligh, right? That the ayah of Balligh that is also known commonly. So we have, Sister Zahra now in the lead. How old was Imam Ali on Ghadir? Was he 58? Was he 33? Was he 10? Was he 62? I'll try to make it easy. Imam Ali salam was martyred in 40th Hijrah at the age of 63. So 33 is the age at Ghadir, right? So 30 years after that, he was martyred, as we know, in the Masjid of Kufa. So Sister Zahra is still in the lead. Eid Ghadir happened right after what major event that was also mentioned? Was it migration to Medina, Da'wah dhul Ashira, the Prophet's Hajj, or the Battle of Badr? So the Prophet was coming back from Hajj, right? So the Prophet was coming back from Hajj. So Sister Zahra is still in the lead. The next question. In which year did the event of Ghadir take place? So this was Prophet's last Hajj, if that helps as a hint. Was it 10th Hijrah? Was it 8th Hijrah? Was it 11th Hijrah? Or was it 15th Hijrah? So this is what the Prophet's last Hajj, and the Prophet left this world in the 11th Hijrah, right? So in the month of Safar as we commemorate, so it was the 10th Hijrah. So Sister Zahra still in the lead. Next question. How many years has it been since Ghadir? Today, till this year that we are in, how many years has it been? 1384, 1415, 1200 years, or 1425 years? So it's 1445 right now. This year is 1445. We'll be entering upon 1446. So it has been 1425 years. Oh, 1435, right? Sorry. Was that 35 or? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. But was that the closest answer? Okay, my apologies for that answer. Yeah, it should be 1435. What title were people instructed to use when congratulating Amir al-Mu'mineen? So bakhin, as in congratulations. Oh, was it Amir al-Mu'mineen? Was it Asadullah? Was it Imam? Was it Murtada? What title of Amir al-Mu'mineen or Imam al-Muttaqeen did the Prophet use or the people use to congratulate the Imam? So it was Amir al-Mu'mineen, right? And this is a title that is exclusively only for Amir al-Mu'mineen, right? So Sister Zahra in the lead. Next question. What was the Prophet's pulpit made out of on the day of Ghadir Khum? So it was mentioned in that. Was it saddles, wooden planks, rocks, or pillows? So saddles, all right? The saddles of camels. So Sister Zahra in the lead. Next question. What Quranic verse was revealed after the announcement of Ghadir was made? Meaning after Man kuntu mawlahu fahada aliyun mawla was made. Was it Surah Ma'idah, the 3rd verse, Surah Yasin, the 12th verse, Surah Ma'idah 67, or Surah Baqarah 282? If you remember, one of them we've already talked about, so it might not be that verse. So it was Surah Al-Ma'idah, the 3rd verse, right, in which Allah says, and I don't want to reveal the answer because that'll be the next question. Okay. So, in that verse, what did Allah say He did after Ghadir's announcement was made? Allah approved Islam as a religion. Allah completed His blessings. Allah perfected the religion, or was it all of them? So we're just going a bit fast just so that inshallah we have a whole game of Jeopardy as well. So inshallah there are more games. So if you have Sister Zahra in the lead, It was all of them. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم إسلام دينا. Who is the author of the famous book Al-Ghadir? So there's a beautiful work that has been penned about Ghadir. Is it Allama Tabatabai? Is it Allama Hilli? Is it Allama Jawadi? Or is it Allama Amini? So it is Allama Amini, all right, who is known as the Sahib al-Ghadir, or the one who has compiled the traditions in Ghadir. According to Allama Amini, why was he compiling the book of Ghadir? To describe the place where the event took place, to tell people about Muharram, to cause separation between Muslims, to unite Muslims. What was the purpose that Allama Amini mentions in the preface of this book? It is actually to unite the Muslims using the message of Ghadir. Alright? Not to make a separation, but to unite the Muslims on this most authentic. And he brings all these traditions from the different sects as well on how the event of Ghadir is authentic, and he proves that. So it's a great work. According to a tradition, fasting on this day erases the sins of what? 60 months, 60 years, 60 weeks, or 60 days. So one of the actions that have been prescribed, inshallah, for the day that is yet to come tomorrow, inshallah, that single day fast, according to the tradition, can erase the sins of 60 years. So inshallah, Allah grants us the opportunity we are able to observe the fast. And again, this is a mustahab fast. If you've done it with that intention, just to let my youngsters know. If you've kept the fast at any time of the day, your parents can open it for you. They can offer something to you and you can open it. You don't even need to tell them that you're fasting. You just take it and it'll be regarded, inshallah, you'll be rewarded the reward of fasting the whole day, inshallah. For the adults as well, just to make sure. For everyone who's fasting, if it's a mustahab fast. So what is recommended to do on this day? To offer food to people, to give sadaqah, to do ghusl, and wear the best clothes, to put perfume, or all of them? So all of them. Alhamdulillah, everyone. So hopefully the actions have been conveyed to the people, that all of these things are from the recommendations of this beautiful day. According to tradition, one who offers good to a believer on this day is equal in reward to offering food to who? So if someone offers food to someone on this day, it is as though he has offered food to all the Muslims, to all righteous people, to all needy of the world, or to all prophets and the righteous people. So if you offer food to a fellow believer, it's as though you have fed or offered food to all the prophets and all the believers, all the righteous believers. So just a single morsel that inshallah you can offer. So Sister Zahra's in the lead. How many salawat should one recite on this day? 10 times, 50 times, 300 times, or as much as possible? So mashallah, that was quick. As much as possible. All right, on this day, one should recite as much as possible the beautiful gift of salawat. In his sermon, what lofty thing or things did the Prophet mention that he is leaving behind? His Ahlul Bayt, the Holy Quran in his Ahlul Bayt, the Holy Quran and his Sunnah. So what thing or things did the Prophet leave behind? For the salvation, for the success of the Ummah, it was the Holy Quran and the Ahlul Bayt. Right? So sisters are in the lead. And the last question for today's Kahoot. In the recommended greeting of Eid al-Ghadir, what do we thank Allah for? So it is mentioned in the A'mal that when one brother meets the other, when one mu'min meets the other, what are they thanking of? This is the greeting that is used. Blessing us with all blessings, blessing us with righteous parents, blessing us to be among those who are fasting, or blessing us to be among those who hold on the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. So indeed, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has blessed us with the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen. And that is what the Imam also mentioned in the tradition. يَوْمَ إِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. On that day, when you will be asked, it is none other than the wilayah of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So for today's Kahoot, we have Sister Maryam on the podium on the 3rd place, Brother Qasim on the 2nd place, and the winner of the Kahoot, I believe this is Sister Zahra Ali. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So congratulations to those who have participated in it and who are on the podium. There are many, inshallah, things that are there that we'll benefit from as well from these festivities. We now will move to the program of Jeopardy. That is another game where we'll make teams. So I believe you're making two teams on the men's side, Ali, or yeah. Okay. Do they need a mic, right? So we'll begin shortly. We're just setting up the game for Jeopardy. And then, inshallah, we'll make teams on the brother's side as well as on the sister's side. Um, صلوا على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد عجل فرج. So if the sister, inshallah, if they can come and they can take the microphone, we'll make teams on the men's side. Not to put Abdullah on the spot, but he was the one who won in the last team, right? With brother Azim or Abdullah. These were the winners. So if you want to huddle around or yes. Yes, absolutely. Right here, right? Okay. On 30th, right? Yes. This is Sunday, right? So while we're setting this up, another. Yeah, yeah. Yusuf. صلوا على محمد
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, while we're getting the Jeopardy ready, we have Madrasa Carnival. Sorry, the Al Husseini Madrasa has a carnival at June 30th at Waterloo Park from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. inshallah. So it'll be all fun and games for the kids inshallah. Also, there will be a balagha celebration for the girls who have just become balagh or becoming balagh that year inshallah. So it's something that you wouldn't want to miss. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So, for this Jeopardy game, it will be the women's side against the men's side. We have 5 categories. Starting from left to right, it's the first category is about Imam Ali alayhi salam. Next category is Islamic history. The third is ahkam, so just general like Islamic rulings. Fourth is du'as, and our last category is just general knowledge. I don't know if we want one side to start in particular. And then how will we know? I'm just a question for the gents. How will we know once the team has the answer? Will they raise their hands and then we can unmute the mic?
We'll have a representative on each side.
Okay.
Is it going to be like a time-based game, for example, whoever answers first, or?
That's right. Except for the final Jeopardy, which is just one last question. That one's not timed. All the rest of the questions are timed. Whoever gets it correct first.
One moment, please.
Okay.
Would we be able to do it like a time base, like 10 seconds?
Let's see. I'm getting suggestions of 15 seconds on this side. So 15 seconds to answer.
Sure.
And then will they reach for something or grab something or maybe grab the mic, or I'm not sure. Like how would you like to signify that they have
we
the
have a
answer?
representative on each side, I would think.
Okay. So
then
we will
they
also.
would tell the representative, and the representative would say it in the mic.
Okay. So inshallah we will also appoint a representative on our side.
Okay.
Okay. So, do the women have the permission to start to choose the category? If that's okay? Sure? Okay.
Amir al-Mu'mineen 200, please. Is the answer lying?
Yes, the correct answer. I don't know if the men had 15 seconds and were able to get an answer, but after the 15 seconds, ladies got the correct answer. So there should be a check or something right beside watermelon. You can add, give 200 points to watermelon.
Can you read out the question after he clicks on it, please?
Definitely.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies will choose a category again because they won.
Hello.
Islamic history 200, please.
I'll read out the question. The year of the Prophet was born is referred to as the year of this animal, many of which were in an army headed towards. Oh yes, men got the answer. It's not about
Islamic history 500.
Number of years after their hijrah that the event of Ghadir happened. If you were playing the Kahoot, you know this answer. Okay, we have an answer on the women's side, 10 years. That's correct.
Can we please have Amir al-Mu'mineen 300?
This title of Imam Ali means the well-pleased because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has accepted
Martaba?
him. Yes, the men have gotten that answer.
Which one? Let's do Amir al-Mu'mineen 500. Amir al-Mu'mineen 500.
Name, companion, and the region. This companion of Imam Ali alayhi salam was made governor of Kufa and was to be appointed governor of this region before being martyred. Yes. And what
Malik
region?
al-Ashar.
And what region were they supposed to be governor of?
Egypt.
Sorry, we were in the middle of replying to that, but I get the men got it before us. Yes, that's correct.
Ahkam. Okay, Ahkam 500.
One category of item that could fall under khums tax.
Jewelry.
Yes, that's correct.
Ahkam 400.
If fasting, one should make the intention for the adhan of this daily prayer. Okay, women got the answer. Okay, women.
Can we do Akam 300, please?
Ahmed's from Kitchener, but he moved to Toronto to attend university. Is he a traveler or someone who was in his hometown? That's right. Women answered first, although men did answer it correctly. Women answered first.
Islamic history 300.
In this battle, Hamza
Battle
uncle.
of Uhud.
That was meant.
Okay, Duaz 500.
This dua is reported to have been brought by Angel Jibreel for the Prophet when he was engrossed in prayers in Maqam Ibrahim. It's effective for cure of the sick, fulfillment of debts, acquisition of wealth, and relief from grief.
Joshan Kabir.
No. Yes, Dua Mujir. Woman has the correct answer.
Can we please have general knowledge for 500?
The end of June to end of September, this geographical region of Earth is in its winter months. Okay, what's the whole?
Southern Hemisphere.
Yes, we have the correct answer, Southern Hemisphere.
Ahkam 200, please.
Type of ghusl where the entire body is immersed into one. Good, yes, the women have the correct answer. It is irtimasi.
Can we please have Islamic history for 400?
Throughout history, the Ahlul Bayt faced suppression, opposition from multiple political groups. Marwanid, Umayyad, Abbasid, reorder them from most oldest to most recent.
Umayyad, Basid.
Oh, sorry, women got it first. Yeah, so women got it first, although men got it correctly. Okay, women again.
Can we please get Amir al-Mu'mineen for 400?
Fill in the blanks. After completing Hajj for the last time, the Prophet stopped in this
Ghadir,
location.
Bahar. Khutbah of Ghadir.
Men, you get the point. There are three blanks. There are three blanks.
Okay. Dua's 400.
This dua translates to large coat of armors
Joshin
recited
Kabir.
men. Point for men.
General knowledge 400.
Mount Kilimanjaro is found in this
India.
country.
Kenya?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Kenya?
Nope.
Tanzania.
Yes. Tanzania.
General knowledge 300.
Scurvy was a disease that sailors dealt with due to lack of this. Women.
Vitamin C.
Women received the point first. Okay, women.
General knowledge 200.
The name for the deepest place in the ocean. Yes, women have the correct
Mariana
answer.
Trench.
The women got the answer first.
Dua's 300.
Dua can be recited in the morning and the evening to remain safe from fever. Yes, women have the correct answer. Dua Noor.
Can I just ask something? Sorry.
Yes.
The representative on the other side should also be answering the microphone because some of the guys are speaking. We need to hear it in the microphone, please. Thank you.
Okay. I'll stand by the representative then.
All you'll do is complain. Can we please do general knowledge for 100?
Germany is currently hosting this event watched by many
Euros.
spectators.
Euro Cup.
Oh, yes.
Dua's 200.
This dua should be recited at the night in the middle of
Dua
Shab.
Kamel?
Yes.
Dua's 100.
Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam wrote this dua for Abu Muhammad, who requested him to teach him the proper way of reciting salawat. Yes, dua tawassul is the correct answer.
Islamic history 100.
One of the most narrated events in Islam, more than 110
Ghadir.
plus yes.
Ghadir. Okay. Amir al-Mu'mineen 100.
Imam Ali alayhi salam and this member of the Prophet's household refers to himself.
Khadija.
Yes, the men got the correct answer.
I don't think so, no. Ahkam 100.
Name for a specific quantity of water that doesn't become najis. And
Qarn.
if it men had it first. So I have put an interesting question for the final Jeopardy. So please, I know it's haram to bet, but this is simply a game. You can put in your wagers now for final Jeopardy.
We're going all in.
Okay. A woman will also go all in. And this one is not timed, okay? It's not a timed question. So I will accept both answers from both sides. So it's not about who gets it quickly, this question, okay? It's 3,900, and then for men it's 3,600. Then you can click the red now. How do you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam in your daily life? Okay, well, women's side answered salawat. There's no correct answer for this. This is just like a relative question, a subjective, but yes, yeah. So it's however you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Yeah, you can say salawat, you can say prayers.
Salawat.
Yeah.
Istighfar.
Yeah, so Both teams get the points. There's no correct answer. This is a personal question. Sorry, excuse me. I don't think the winning team was congratulated properly. Can you please, everybody in the masjid, in the center, please?
Okay, I'm sorry, but I believe we lost the last two. Oh, yaqeen? What does yaqeen mean? Yaqeen.
Sorry.
Last two times we won. So where's our congratulations?
صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل So inshallah, brothers and sisters, we'll be having salat inshallah as a concluding part. Before that, we have our volunteer brothers and sisters who are writing down names. Two names will be drawn from the men's side, two from the sisters' side, and they'll be given some gift cards. In addition to that, there are alhamdulillah many snacks over here, refreshments. This is the celebration of Eid. Again, recognizing everyone who has participated in, helped organize it. May Allah increase their maqam inshallah and bestow them the greatest reward for their service. It's a beautiful event, and alhamdulillah we are able to participate in these events. One more thing I just want to share again just regarding that, and we have our respected Sheikh. You've heard about the fast, the benefit of fast. Just to make it very clear, even let's say if you sleep tonight and you make the intention that I want to fast tomorrow, and maybe you did not wake in time of suhoor, maybe you woke up at the time of fajr and you didn't have anything, your fast is still valid. All right. If even after, let's say you did suhoor and it was adhan of fajr and someone gave you a date to open your fast, you can open your fast. So you will still inshallah get, again, this is the ruling for mustahab fast. But if someone is keeping a fast with the intention of a wajib makeup fast, then they would have a different ruling. They would have to complete it. But if it's a mustahab fast, and especially my youngsters, just make the intention. And then even if someone just orders you, someone says, here's a cup of water, without even knowing whether you're fasting or not, you'll get the reward for it, inshallah. All right? Iyakum. So we're doing are the names ready or? Okay. For my youngsters as well, don't forget to take your Eid from your parents. I'm sorry, parents, but so it's one of those great Eid. You can definitely ask for your Eid from your parents, your elders. And a reminder, inshallah, on 30th June, as the flyer has been mentioned, as it was also mentioned by Brother Ali, we have a carnival that has been arranged, the annual carnival by the Husseini Madrasa. The timings are posted from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Waterloo Park. So if you haven't had the time to yet register, please make sure that you register, inshallah. There'll be a lot of different games for our youth as well. It's probably the carnival that we'll have before the advent of the days of Azza. So inshallah it'll be a nice way where we can all commemorate, inshallah, celebrate this beautiful Eid. We will have the event of Mubahila as well. The details will be sent out, inshallah, in the... Okay. Yes, so the Eid al-Mubahila will be celebrating it on Thursday. There will be no program on this Friday, as this facility will be used by another community, inshallah. So we'll be having the program on Thursday, inshallah, over here this week. So we have about 3-4 minutes before the prayer time. I'll encourage my young brothers. Okay. 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 So for the program on Friday, there is a program arranged by our Al-Ghadir community, and it is in Arabic, but obviously the event has been extended by the host of those organizers of the event to the entire community. So inshallah, if you want to benefit from it, what time is it, Abu Ali? 7 o'clock, inshallah. So at 7 o'clock, if you want, inshallah, there will be another celebration over here organized by the Al-Ghadir community only for the sisters. It'll be in Arabic, but again, it's an invite for all, inshallah. 11 a.m. One other announcement, inshallah, before Friday, before the prayer, on Friday at 11 a.m. There will be a Dua Nudba program held over here at IHS, encouraging for the sisters. So again, all communities are invited for the recitation of Dua Nudba program at the IHS at 11 a.m. inshallah. So with this, we'll just quickly draw, I'll request, you can ask Sheikh, our respected Sheikh Shafiq, inshallah, to draw two names for the gift cards on the men's side. And inshallah, if I can request on the sister side as well, if you can request a sister, inshallah, over there to help draw two names.
With the utmost of respect, what I was going to do was request two of our elders to do this, if you don't mind, Sayyid Ali and Sayyid Taha. I will ask the Abu Hashmat, Aga Mir Sayyid, you come forward, and Aga Haj Ali Akbar Gauhari. Please come forward, these two elders. You pick the names. I think it's more respectful than Ahsan. ببخشید. یک شما انتخاب کردی یکی Sayyid Taha will read it, and one from Aga Haj Ali Akbar یکی نام اللهم صل Okay, Sayyid, you will read the names. ببخشید خیلی ممنون. یک لحظه.
So it's
You take a picture
brother
here?
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, brother Muhammad Ali. Oh. That's probably the most common name you can get. Muhammad Ali. Aga Ali. Oh. Aga. He picked his own name. Especially Muhammad Ali. No. Dawood. You're not going to get any Timmy's card. I'm banning you from any Timmy's for another month.
Ali Q.
Ali Kazilbash.
Azulbash.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
No fair. You came late. One salawat for Ali Kazilbash. Sayyid will give you Baraya Ali Agha. The second one is
Muhammad, I think it's Nabi, right?
Nabil. Let me see the name.
Muhammad N.
And Noor. Okay. Oh, okay. Allah. Salli ala. MashaAllah. Okay, on the ladies' side, can we have names, please? Two names that have been picked. Sorry? Almost. How long does it take you to pick two names? It's actually now Salat time, so please hurry. I'm kind of upset. I didn't get a candy. I haven't even tried these. Actually, you know what? Of course.
Because these are like
Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. I think it's 26 today.
25 or 26, isn't it? Yeah, I usually go to. Which one do you use?
Oh, it's 28.
Oh, yeah, did it?
You can make
Because now the
this is
late.
the calculation method is
That's the one you were telling me
this is the
about.
Qumma.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think they're probably 26.
Okay. This one is 24, so I think let's take the ihtiyat there. It's towards the left, please. Rashaf? Okay, two names from the sister side. Sister Nawal and Sister Tuba. No, sorry. Oh, sorry. Wait. Sorry. Sister Rubab Zishan and Sister Nawal Sajani? Sajani. Salawat for the two sisters. MashaAllah. And one salawat for the two brothers, please. Salawat. On my own behalf, I want to sincerely appreciate and thank the game preparers, the organizers, and all those who participated in today's Eid Milad celebration. We have a much better turnout than I was expecting, mashallah. So may Allah bless all of you, accept our amal and our deeds. and make us amongst the true supporters of the wilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen and the Imam Aim al-Athar, inshallah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And special thanks to our Sayyid Taha and Sayyid Hashmat for all of your organization skills and everything. One loud salawat upon Muhammad and Ali Muhammad for them as well, please. Allahumma.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه أشهد أن مولانا عليا حجة الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه أشهد أن مولانا ومقتدانا عليا حجة الله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل الله أكبر